HMD's line of Nokia-branded phones keeps expanding, and the company's got a bunch of new phones announced at Mobile World Congress in Barcelona. How do you tell all the Nokia phones apart? Let me help you. You knew someone sometime would put 5 cameras on the back of their phone. The Nokia N1 is HMD's newest, showiest flagship phone under the Nokia brand. And if you're going to talk about one thing on this phone, it's those cameras. That may look like 7 cameras on the back, but there are actually 5. 3 12-megapixel monochrome cameras and 2 12-megapixel RGB cameras, plus a flash and a depth-sensing time-of-flight sensor. These 5 cameras are designed to combine and capture extra levels of detail for HDR photos, and bokeh effect depth sensing, and raw shots. HDR will get HDR-ier, bokeh will get bokeh-er. None of them have different levels of zoom, but there's a lot of depth. The Nokia N1 promises a 12-megapixel depth map that will allow in-app depth adjustment to beat other phones. The photos work with Google G-Depth depth editing in Google Photos, but the Nokia N1's cameras are also optimized for Adobe Lightroom with customized lens profiles. HMD also claims that this phone can take excellent black and white photos, as you'd expect with 3 monochrome cameras. The Nokia N1 also has a 20-megapixel front camera, a 5.99-inch 2K OLED display, an under-screen fingerprint sensor, Qualcomm Snapdragon 845 processor, 6GB of RAM, 128GB of storage, and a 3320 mAh battery. The Nokia N1 costs €599 and is expected to be a limited release phone when it arrives this year in America and globally. Do you really need 5 rear cameras? No, but this won't be the first phone to try the idea. The Nokia 210 is a little bitty feature phone that looks like the phones you probably have tucked in a drawer somewhere. It's not Android and doesn't have a touchscreen, but it has an Opera Mini browser, can share photos to Facebook, and it has Snake! Look! Snake! And it costs about €30. The Nokia N1 Plus is the company's newest Android Go phone with a 3D nano pattern red case, 5.45-inch 18:9 screen, and Android 9 Go edition, which has optimized apps that use less storage and RAM. Good thing, because this only has 8 or 16 gigabytes of storage and 1 gigabyte of RAM. But it costs just €89 or €99. The Nokia 3.2 and 4.2 are the new Nokia budget middle-range phones. Both have dedicated Google Assistant buttons that can be tapped or long-pressed, and power buttons that glow and pulse when messages are received. The Nokia 3.2 is bigger but less fancy, costing €129, but boasting a 2-day battery life on a 4000 mAh battery. The Nokia 4.2 is smaller but nicer at €169, with an extra dual rear camera for bokeh effects and a fingerprint sensor and NFC with Google Pay. Both run Android 9 Pie and have Snapdragon 429 and 439 processors respectively. Got that? Nokia 210, Nokia 1 Plus, Nokia 3.2, Nokia 4.2, Nokia 9. That's your Nokia report from MWC.